Yeah, I'm Vince. So here's my store. So I've had this for 13 years. I've been here 6 days a week for most of that time. So I got to meet a lot of interesting people. So as you can see, I'm old. I still lift. I'm 69. You guys, you do gym lifts, which is really good. But I'll carry strongman frames upstairs, run stadium steps with heavy backpacks. Sometimes take the strongman frame out in the snow. A lot of unusual things between trainers, lifters, competitors, a lot of regular people that just know how to take care of their lives, take responsibility, and do really exceptional things without making a big deal about it. And that's who I want you to meet, because it's not always going to be as easy as it is now. And I know you can do it, and that's why I want you to meet some of these people that just go after life without memes, without social media support, without group hugs, like in the days before social media, when people just did things before they turned into a bunch of, it just got soft and weak. Okay, it's our first in the series of ordinary people doing exceptional things, which you're all capable of. Sometimes you just need to be reminded. So this is Brielle.
Hello.
Brielle, besides being exceptional because she's my daughter, she's also been on dialysis for a long time. And a lot of people on dialysis, they think that, well, that's it, that's all they do. Well, that's just a small part. But so how long have you been on dialysis now?
So next week on the 21st will be 31 years.
31 years, and that's a long time to stick with everything, or with anything, but to still go on with a normal life. So, well, besides doing dialysis, how long does that take you every week?
So I'm usually on the machine about 3 hours, and I do it over at your house.
That's right.
As you know. Yeah. And yeah, about 3 hours it takes.
She does her own dialysis at home. Sticks some giant needles in, runs the machine, does everything. Such a long history of different challenges over the years. What's your outlook on it? So, how do you keep getting through all these surgeries and look this good and be this healthy? What inspires you?
Thanks, Pops.
Yeah.
Really look at all those memes, and I do look at some inspirational things, but what it comes down to, cut and dry, is if I don't do my dialysis, then I'll die.
Yeah.
Cut and dry, if I don't do it, then I'll die. So that's what pretty much keeps me motivated.
Well, that would push you to do it.
Yeah.
And you do it yourself, so you're not counting on other people to come and do it. Do you think a lot of people in your situation are just victims and just feel sorry for themselves?
Yes, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that just get into that routine of being the victim. And I never see myself as being a victim. I never want to see myself as struggling. With my dialysis, it's a positive thing for me. A lot of people on dialysis see it as a negative. And I can see where they're getting into that kind of that mental outlook.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't let myself get there. I have bad days, like everybody. Everybody has bad days. But you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. And even though we're just talking about dialysis, this applies to all the rest of your life. Just the way you deal with everyday problems, like the way people used to. Because I'm already old. I'm 69. The generation ahead of me had gone through a war, through depression, and, well, if you can't make that part of your normal life, you're not going to make it through. And then you got other things going on, so that's not all you do. What else? That's just part of your week, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'll do that about 3 times a week, and then I own my own pet sitting business, and I've had that since 2013. Survived through COVID. I had a really some amazing clients that helped me through that too, and you guys. So that was, I really appreciate that.
And what are you doing there with the kidney
Oh,
machines?
so I'm a home hemodialysis advocate. So I go throughout Columbus and actually Ohio, and I speak to patients that are in center to get them home to do dialysis.
So there's examples. It's not inspiration. Things get done. All you have to do is look outside yourself sometimes if things don't seem good. And instead of writing a dissertation on Instagram about how hard your life is, look at people who really have a hard life, like people, paraplegics who somehow still go to work without bitching about it. Or maybe they bitch about it, but they go. Where another guy hurts his back and he's on permanent disability. So
that's what, I think about that. Like when I see somebody in a wheelchair, I'm so grateful for having my legs and my arms and what I have, like my health. Because, people in the hospital just dying and.
Well, and it's up here. It's your attitude and your outlook.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew all along, and I guess Brielle and her brother and sisters learned that life's a lot of work. It's not miserable. Life is work. And if you can be happy about something every day and be happy with what you have and enjoy the good times, they're not permanent. This takes a lot of effort. Once you accept that, things go pretty good, don't they?
Yeah. Talk about mindset with those 15-gauge needles.
Yes. So the needles are about the size of a pen refill, and Brielle has to stick herself in her leg without puncturing herself or without getting too nervous. So
yeah,
I know maybe some of you guys watching this are used to needles, but you're just sticking it in the meat of your butt. It's not like hitting an artery. It's a little more of a challenge.
Once you put your mind to something, if you really want to do it, you can do it. That's how I look at life.
And that's what's going to get you through. And that's been my outlook all along. And that's what I want to do with this, is bring in a lot of people I know, customers who've come in, friends of mine, who do different things in their life that you think is extraordinary. And if they put it on Instagram, everybody say, you're such an inspiration. How do you do it? When really, this is life.
Yeah.
And if you learn how to live life, and then you're going to make it through the next couple years. And if you don't, well, in the Depression, a lot of people adjusted. They had nothing. They made it through. And, other people jumped off a building. So you kind of have to get your mindset ahead of time without a bunch of backup. And hell, there might not be social media if the internet goes down, and it's going to be you taking care of yourself and your family. And that's the lessons I always learned from my parents. So not only can you do it, but you're going to have to do it. So we're going to come back next week with some other guests. And
Nice.
Any parting comments, Brielle?
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
We're good to go.
I hope to see you next week.